Morning.
Good morning, Brother Tim.
Good morning, Tim.
Let's go Sunday school.
Put your hands on the table.
All right.
Brother Hill, we ask the Lord's blessing, please.
Lord, we want to thank you, Lord, for being able to come out to the hospital and have a Lord. Send around the sick together, we believe in, Lord. As that you would take Brother Tim, Lord, and give him the word to say, Lord. Help us, Lord, God, to be in one mind and one accord, Lord, and be about the Father good. Make us what you would have us to be in Jesus' wonderful name. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
All right. Lesson 10. We have to put this on page 80. The wilderness wanderings. I will believe God will do what He says. The focus verse is from Numbers, chapter 14, verses 30 and 31. Doubtless ye shall not come into the land concerning what I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb, the son of Jonadab, and Joshua, the son of Nun. But your little ones, ye said, should be a prey, should bring in, and they shall know that land which ye have despised. We're talking about the land that God promised them. God told Moses, pick 12, 2 from each tribe. I want you to go into the land. Moses told him, I want you to go in. Let me know about it. Let me know if we can take it. God already knew because He promised. He knew that they could have it. Joseph and Caleb spent 40 days there, investigating, looking, taking notes, to report back. Like I said, they spent 40 days surveying, looking at the villages, looking at the people. 10 of them come back after 40 days. One said, tell me what you see. Tell me what you found. They brought grapes and stuff. The grapes were so heavy, 2 people had to carry them. But they all said, we can't do it. The people are large, they look like, we're like grasshoppers. We can't do this. It's impossible for us. But there were 2. Joseph and Caleb. Moses said, tell me what you found. They said, we can do this. God promised it, we can do this. I don't care how big they are, how mean they are, how many they are. We can do this, but God said so. won't see the land that your children will. Because Joseph and Caleb and Moses were clear men. That's what God said. Sometimes we forget. We forget what God has told us. We forget what God has promised us. And in our minds, because we're human, we start looking at other things, start doubting. Well, maybe.
Brother Jim, she's having a hard time hearing, like the microphone might not be loud enough. Is it even on?
I don't, it is with that.
There we go. Okay.
But, yeah, sometimes we forget what God has promised, what God has told us, what God has revealed to us. And we think, well, maybe, it might, possibly, could be. We sit there and wonder what God has showed us, what God has told us, what God has promised us. Why is it not here? Why is it not happening? Because we're not standing on the promise. We're not holding. If God said it, count on it. If God revealed it to you, claim it. Because God can't go back on His word. He won't go back. We have to start claiming what God has promised us. What God has showed us. We have to start depending on that. Well, we're going to have a little fun.
Good morning.
Morning.
We got some help. Because there's two of us. I don't need a thing. I'm loud enough. So, we have a little game that we want to play this morning. So we need help. So I need some of the adults to come up here and sit on the front row to help us play this game. And if you don't volunteer, I will volunteer you. So you might want to move. Mom, come on. Mother, come on. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Okay. Go ahead, girlfriend.
You don't have to get up and run around, so it's not real hard. Come on.
Pass the big one, Rick.
Keep going, keep going.
Are we all touching it?
We need that ball.
I don't know, cause it seems like everybody
We
touches
need
the
that
ball, means everybody needs to touch the ball at the same time. I don't think we're doing it right, but I think everybody must touch it at the same time. Or I didn't touch the ball.
Y'all can stop. Y'all can stop. See, without rules, it's confusing. Okay.
Don't be like that.
So without rules, things are confusing. We need rules. We need to know what's going on. Without having rules, things get confusing. So here are the rules to the game.
Oh, no.
Okay. Now, we do need to stand, if you can stand, in a circle. Yeah, make the best circle that you can, because we got a little bit
So
of.
you can sit.
Yes, you can sit right here. And so y'all form a circle around
Come around this way.
Katrina over here, so. Yeah, come on. I'm gonna move around this way, y'all. Y'all make a little circle. Coming on, here. Alright. Now.
Consider yourself.
Of course it's so honey.
I ain't able to put the dog.
Alright, now that we are in a circle, the big ball, will be passed to the right. The small ball will be passed to the left. When you receive a ball, you must count to 20 before passing it to the next student. If you receive both balls at the same time, you are out and must sit down. We will continue only until 2 students are left. Okay? Hand him a ball. Hand ball. Okay. No. It starts.
Okay.
Whenever I say go, you're going to count to 20, and then you pass the big ball goes to the right, the little ball goes to the left. When you receive the ball, you count to 20, pass it to the next student. If you receive the ball, both balls at the same time, you're out.
They need to swap balls then, right? Oh, is that right?
Hey,
This is,
he's passing to his right.
I
She's passing to her
I was
left.
just kidding.
When you had both of them, I thought you were supposed to count 20 and then start passing like this.
Ready? Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20.
I can't deny.
Okay, I think we need to count silently.
Rachel died.
Yeah, I do. I don't know, did I have
Yeah.
those?
No.
I did, she said
Okay.
that yourself.
No, let's count to ourselves, because then you're gonna know when you're getting ready to pass. So let's count to ourselves.
Count to yourself.
Your turn.
Okay.
Did she have one?
No, she's in.
frozen.
I would count.
Okay, you're supposed to be counting. Okay, you're passing the wrong direction.
We are? We are?
Big ball goes to the.
Right.
Big ball goes to the right.
Which is this way.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're right.
That's too many.
Hi.
Get rid of it, director.
How about where the names?
Oh! You glad? Go ahead, back, give it.
Okay.
Brother Hank said yes.
He glad.
Now we gotta cross it over and y'all start.
Okay.
I know you were glad.
Gotta time it, circle it a little bit there, you missed one.
Brother Hank said thank you. Lord.
Yeah, he was glad. He was glad.
Big ball goes to the right.
I hate you.
Little ball to the left.
Now, that's right.
Start counting.
That's right.
Large ball goes to the right, small
we'll be up for a while.
Start counting fast. If you can't make it, do fast.
1, 2, skip a few.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's only to count to 100, I know how to count to 20, you go 1, 2, 20.
And then have to start counting for it. Okay, I think we're gonna have to help them, y'all. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. Pretty soon. I'm gonna start counting, and y'all start passing. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now wait till I get to 20. We're gonna start at 10. Start passing at 10. When I get to 10, pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you're out. Okay, hand it off to the lady.
Uh-oh. Zach, get on the man up there now.
Alright, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You out. Here you go, Jim.
Good job, Jack.
Alright. Thank you. Zach, you keep getting the ball there. Alright. We're done with that rule. So without rules, the game didn't make sense. But with rules, the game made so much more sense. Rules show us how to do things together. Without rules, people can do whatever they want, which can be confusing. Today, we will learn about a time when God gave his people rules, a set of rules to help them live together. So my class is going to learn about those rules. Carry on. Thank y'all for your help.
I next to the new Jim.
She come up with that on me.
Now, are you confused, Brother Jim?
That was interesting.
It's more interesting when you participate, Jim.
Ooh, is that calling to kill him what?
Jim didn't want to lose his train of thought.
No,
I'll go with you. So I can say
Yeah.
it to you.
he promised
If you don't mind.
to do things to us. And we're sitting
Now, Jim, you're gonna have to talk a little louder, dear.
in our chairs, scratching our head,
Oh, we're supposed to expect that?
no, wondering why what God has told us, what God has revealed to us, what God has shown us, why it's not happening. It's because, well, maybe, could be, possibly, we may. Instead of saying, I know what he showed me, and it will. I know what God told me. And his word doesn't lie. So it, well, the Mark always says, life and death is the power of the tongue. It's what we say that keeps us where we're at. Keeps us from His promise. He keeps us bound. So we have to think about the way we talk. Some of our actions, some of our sayings. We don't give it a second thought. But God healed. And because of Tim saying, no, we can't do it. God made them wonder. Like they were lost children. We need to be like Joseph and Caleb. And if God said it, it's going to happen. If God reveals it, He shows you something, it'll happen. But it'll be in His time. We always want things yesterday. That's our human side. We want it, we need it yesterday. But God's promises will come to pass. We just have to be willing to accept when and how. And start speaking positively, thinking positively of what God has told us and revealed to us. What God has promised us. Brother Haynes, when you were praying for Sister Haynes, you knew He'd answer. You knew that. Because when we pray, things happen. You know that. Proof right there. So we need to think more positively. I don't know when, but it will. God told me it will. God showed me. It'll happen. He showed Sister Hanks. He showed Brother Hanks. He showed Sister Lisa. He showed Brother Hill. And he's talked with Charlotte. It'll happen. We have to start focusing on it will. It's going to. Because as soon as we start to change here. That's one of the Fieldings Church. But as long as we're going well, maybe. We're just a bunch of retirees on the chair. We have to start believing God's going to. What can I do? Things don't change unless things change. We want change. What do we have to do to make them change? Maybe a little more asking. Maybe we need to change our tone a little bit. Maybe be a little more positive about things. What can I do? We're all here for a purpose. God brought us here. He got me almost 22 hours from where I used to live, here. Because he saw something. He needed something out there. Surely he brought you here. Brother Hill, you've been here a long time. Brother Hank, if we look at each other, we don't know our secrets. Our secret potential.
Down here in the, some of the context, it talks about how the children of Israel did not trust God and gave in to fear, and God called them to claim the promised land. So God led them to wander in the wilderness until their generation and their doubt died off. You know, a lot of times, you know, we forget about, you know, where the Lord, you know, have brought us from. You know, and that's the way it talks about Israel, how, you know, they seen, you know, the promises of God. You know, how the Lord, you know, led them through the Red Sea. You know, when they walked across, you know, on dry land and everything, you know, and they seen, you know, they seen with their own eyes and everything. The miracle that he could do and everything, you know, but once they, you know, come across, you know, through the Red Sea and everything, you know, then they got out there, then they got to complain. You know, sometimes we got it so good and everything, you know, but still, yeah, we, you know, a lot of times we didn't want to complain and everything.
You know, easily to forget,
Right,
you know, what God has done for us.
right,
So easy.
right.
That's what the world do to us. Make it easy to forget what God has done, you know. The thing that we go through every day, you know, and whatever took before our eyes and, you know, carry through trials and tribulations. We go through these things for a reason. God take us through that to make us stronger, but, you know, but we let it throw us off course, you know. We can do what God has done.
Right, right.
And Jim, I was reading, oh, I'm sorry. I was reading here, and it was talking about, by God's grace, I would never turn to what God had delivered me from. Today Many of us have testimony of how God has delivered us from a life of destruction, misery, and no hope. We cannot forget God's mercy, miracles, and mighty hand that delivered us. If God has brought you out, then declare today, by God's grace, I will never return. And that's so true, you know, Brother Jim. It's so easy to forget sometimes of where the Lord brought you from. You know, you're going to do three things in that storm. You're going to walk through that storm, you're going to walk through that storm, and you're going to walk out of that storm. And, you know, I don't want to go back in that storm that the Lord brought me out of. I don't want to go back to what the Lord delivered me from, because to me, if you go back, then you wasn't truly delivered. You didn't let the Lord truly deliver you from that. But you know, sometimes your flesh get weak, and you know, sometimes you have a tendency to turn back to what the Lord delivered you from. But when you go back and pick it back up, it's gonna be 5, 6, 7 times harder, worse on you than you was when you were dealing with that storm. You know, try to come out of that storm, but try not to go back, because it's rough in that storm. But sometimes we have a tendency to forget sometimes. But it's, you know, the mind is willing and the flesh is weak.
We forget, just like the children do. Like Brother Haynes was saying, they stood at the Red Sea. Moses, why don't you bring us here? We're gonna die.
So that was it easy.
Maybe we should turn back.
So that was it. That's what the Lord can do.
We grew up teaching still for a purpose. We need to bind it together and start thinking why God brought us here. Right, I'm here. We have a lot of empty chairs. What can I do to change that? That needs to be our prayer. What can I do to make this better? What can I do to build? What can I do to change what we have here into something better? What do I need to do to get people here? We have to live. Well, that's not my job. That's not me. I can't do that. I don't know how. You know how? Because God put you here. You can do because God put you here. You can lead because God put you here. You can do because God put you here. He's the supervisor. That's what can I do? How can I help? What do I need to do? Sister Haynes somewhere. Sister Haynes, I can't. I can't hear you too. And they Brother Hill,
Oh, she went.
the Sunday school teacher. But things, but Bill says, I can't. See, I'm not good. I don't know how to deal with people. I don't like talking.
When you were just saying that, it was like, well, that's the fruit problem. You know, not being able to talk to people. You know, it's like I'm not wanting to exercise the fruit of the Spirit. Because to develop the fruit of the Spirit, you have to exercise, you have to use it, it's actually choosing to use the fruit of the Spirit. That's how it grows. You know, it's like, I'm not so meeker, kindness, you know, not all those things, but if you don't choose to be that way, it'll never grow to full fruit. And then another thing I was thinking about was, that just threw my whole mind off. To me, it was difficult. Yeah, let me think on that, because that was just.
My brother Janet says if we've got the faith of a mustard seed, that we will be saved. But let me say this, that mustard seed doesn't stay small. It starts to grow, and it grows, and it grows. That's the way we are spiritually. We have the Spirit in our heart and soul, but it's up to us to let it grow, and let it mature, let it go out, you know. So that mustard seed will eventually be a big tree. So we gotta let it grow. Yeah.
I found it. What, another thing that came to my mind is that, gosh, I have like a lot in my brain here lately. So sometimes it just goes, but, see where it went. Oh, we have to, God says to serve him with gladness. This is something I'm praying about. This is a prayer for me. Is that I come to serve him with gladness. And whatever, you know, like doing the breakfast thing, like my kitchen is so small and the air conditioner does not go down in it. And it has two fans, so it gets really hot down there. So toward the end, I find myself getting frustrated. And I think y'all know I love to cook. But down in that hot kitchen, I mean, it gets super hot, it's like a sauna in there. And I find myself getting aggravated there toward the end, you know, pushing it and I'm burning up. But also in that, I'm praying, God, help me to do it as unto you, with all my heart, with gladness, you know, like whatever you do, you know, do it gladly, do it, you know. And sometimes that can be a struggle, you know, like someone's really hard. But having to, you know, it's like, I can't do that. Well, I must come to a place where I'm doing it from my whole heart, not half-hearted. And that's where I'm praying, is for God to help me to serve him with gladness and to do things with my whole heart.
Just like Mom Reynolds was talking about, that mustard seed, and like she said, you got to work at that seed to make it grow. Because if you just let the seed sit there, it's gonna be stagnant, and it's not gonna do anything. It's like a garden. If you don't go there and keep that garden up, and if you don't pull the weeds out that garden, the weeds gonna choke that garden all the way out. It's gonna choke it. So you gotta get it and you gotta work at it. Well, that's the same when Mom Reynolds was talking about that mustard seed. You gotta get it and you gotta put it to work for it to grow. And how you do that? You pray, you fast, you know, you trust in the Lord and believe that, you know, he gonna do just what he say he gonna do. And I'm just crazy enough to believe, Brother G. I'm just crazy enough to believe that he's gonna work it out, Brother G. Because he done worked it out so much, and I've seen so much. I'm just gonna continue to just keep on believing that he's gonna work it out, because that's just what kind of God we serve. But I tell you, this flesh is something else. This flesh is something fight with each and every day, all day long.
we have to, believe, yeah, we have to work with it. We have to say, okay, if you want me to do this, I'm gonna do it. If that's my ability. God, I'm gonna do this to the best of my ability when I start to stray. Help me.
If he asks us to do something, he's gonna give us the ability and the knowledge to do it. He's not gonna ask us to do something that we can't do. And he knows what our limit is, and he knows what our ability is. So, whatever he wants us to do, we'll say, okay, we can do it. Well, for the money.
Do it for the glory of God, not
Right.
say, hey, look at me, I did this, look what I did. But if you start there, you just basically shut yourself in a leg, you're gonna be useless. When we're called upon to do something, and let's glorify God when we do it. Instead of trying to say, look at me. We are the wrong people to say, look at me, look what I did. We're God's people.
It's not what I did, it's what God did through me.
But there are people out there that they want to boast what they did.
Yeah.
And it's all for the wrong reason. Let's get ready for church worship service. Let's get behind Sister Haynes. Because I know she don't like pushing that wagon all by her lonesome. Especially up hills.
Get rough, Brother Jim.